Yo, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Just wanted to go over this quick preview to the week and get our watch list out. Quickly, just gonna go over the SPY. Actually, I want to pull up our stock charts. We're gonna go to the SPY real quick on here. This is important. I want you guys to look at. We got an indecision candle. A, a day where not really either side won. In terms of price action, which was also right at the 200-day moving average. It's going to be very key. Now what are the chances we retrace to at least this level here at about 268, I believe it is on the daily. 267.14 is that support. That's the next real level of daily support. If we fail, we did set a new high in Friday's session, but it wasn't held by anything. It was like a weak high. The bulls pushed up, broke out, but failed to hold it, so it doesn't necessarily count. And now here, pre-market, we're actually breaking our 270.06 support level. So how far is this going to retrace, and where are we going to see the bears be able to take this price action? With this failed weak high, that's sort of giving me a signal that maybe the bulls don't have it right now. We might see a pullback, especially into like these EMAs, maybe.
My name is
Um,
Nefertiti, and I am
we're gonna have to
Stanley's
see how
mom.
that plays out.
I first noticed that he might be a little underweight because a lot of people kept coming up.
All right, sorry that ad was just blasting in my ear. Um, yeah. So back to the SPY. We might see a pullback. We're right at the 200-day. With that being said, there are a few other setups I want to look at. For those of you who were in the chat and were trading last week, I still like Apple. Um, after that gap up, we'll go to the 30-minute chart. We had a clean double top similar to the SPY. Apple was actually weak enough where it didn't set a new high in Friday's session. It got stalled right near the highs at 169. Then we failed to hold the 167.46 support, and then held the 166.16 into the close, and we're bouncing off of it now pre-market. I will be looking for that level to break, as it's a 2-day support level. If that breaks, we have room to retrace to our next support level at about 164.40. So that's about 2 points, a point and 60 cents. So there's definitely room to work with, especially if you're trading options on this intraday. And if that breaks, things could get down to the next level at about 163.40, and then down here to 160.35. So it's definitely a stock to keep an eye on, especially if the SPY starts to break down. We have the overextended MACD on the daily rejection at a previous range, and we also had that really shitty earnings. So we'll see. We're also testing this key EMA on the weekly chart. We'll probably be opening up below that today. Just something to keep in mind. I want to go over to Boeing. They put out a great earnings report the other week, and we saw a sizable gap up. But look what we're gapping up into. A fat double top right here, clean, crisp, and the bulls have stalled up there on it. Oh, excuse me. Just wanted to keep this in mind for you guys, because we have the double top and we have the overextended MACD and such. So let's see, we might be able to consider a position in Boeing if, the market starts to pull back and we really get confirmation of that, because we do have that double top. We don't have a next support line until about 374. So, roughly like 15 to 20 points on the downside. That's if that level breaks. We did get a big volume. It was a nice earnings report. We can keep both eyes on this, because if the SPY breaks out, this might be able to break out of this high and set new highs. We always got to have a bias, a free bias. You don't want to have a bias on which side you think the stock's going to go. You just want to react to whatever direction it does end up going. So that's Boeing. Definitely want to keep that in mind. This is more for a swing trade. Coca-Cola. Got a nice wedge pattern, reversing MACD on the weekly. Lower high, we're breaking out. Same with the daily. Big volume actually. So we'll see. This is definitely something to keep in mind. It's not a very fast moving stock, but definitely something you could throw in your portfolios and just kind of let it run, see what it goes, see what it does. This doesn't really follow the overall market. As you can see, we really didn't have that big breakdown like the rest of the stocks did, and so we'll see how this works out. Definitely going to keep that in my mind going forward. And I just wanted to look at Intel real quick. Again, this is the stock we had previously on our watch list for the same reason. We're pushing into these resistance levels. It is a bit choppy. We'll wait for a little bit of a clearance on which direction this wants to head. We are stalling or attempting to get by the 49.25 area with reversing MACD on the daily. We'll see if this can break out to the upside and really clear this choppiness and head higher. So we'll see how this plays out. I just want to keep an open mind to whichever way this market will go. So that's why we have stocks for both sides of the trade. Long setups, short setups, anything out there that we can really capitalize on. But we'll have to take it one day at a time. I will send out our SPY destinations and price levels for us as we do continue to break the support level and close below it on the 5-minute. We'll see if we retrace into Friday's lows. If that's the case, we have room to a clean 268.36 price level. So decent downside room there for us. The MACD's flat on the 30-minute. There's not really much of a trend going on right now. So we'll watch this, get it all figured out, and adjust with that. So I'll see you guys in chat. Thanks.